Hey guys, so welcome back. In this video, we'll be looking as to how to make sign up forms in HTML. I mean in Django. So let's first understand how sign up forms work. So let's say you want to make a new account on Facebook. So they'll first give you a sign up form to fill out in which you will be entering in your name, your username, your password, your email and like so many things, right? So all this will be saved in Facebook's database. So later on when you want to go into your Facebook account, you will be filling in the sign in page, right? So once you enter in your username and your password on the sign in page, if like those two exist in the database, you will be logged in. Else they will like tell you to make a new account, right? Okay. So in this video, like we'll be focusing on how to make sign up forms, okay? And in the next video, like we'll see how to make sign in forms. So now Django by default already gives you a table to use for the sign up forms, okay? But like instead of using this, we'll be using a table of our own because we have to learn something, right? Okay, so like we won't be using auth underscore user, we'll be using our own table. I don't know why this is showing up. Okay. Okay, so now this is the table that is like memorial underscore books we like use for storing our other information like the pictures and stuff. So like similar to this, we'll be like making a new table to handle the user info. So if you guys remember, the first thing to do that is to make a class. So we're making a class called form. So models.model. Then after that, I want like just like limited fields from the user because like yeah, name equals models dot car field. I just want max length to be equal to 20. I don't want person's name to be too long. Anyways, username equals models dot car field again. Now max length is equal to 30 because like usernames can be long, okay? Now password equals models dot text field because I know some people have unusually long passwords, so yeah, might as well put this field for it. So now this is basically it. So now all that's left to do is to do python manage.py make migrations and then migrate, right? So work on new. Now let's do the migration. Python manage.py make migrations. Okay, and let's see if it works. And it did. It made me a form.py. Okay, now Python manage.py migrate. We want to migrate this to our database, right? So let's just put migrate, and it says no migrations to apply. Okay, maybe it is because of the name, because sometimes this can cause an issue. Let me put a different name. Let's put in here sign up. Yeah, let's just be putting here sign form, okay, because why not? Okay, now Python manage.py make migrations. Okay, it's done. Then Python manage.py migrate. Still it made an error here. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's because I did not save it. Let's delete this real quick. Hopefully it works now without any errors. Okay, it made me a sign form.py and let's migrate finally after the long confusion, and it is running and it's done. Okay, now let's go back to our database and let's refresh and let's see if it works or not. Hopefully the table gets shown. Let's go to servers, Postgres, then under YouTube, schemas and the tables. As you can see, we have a table called memorial sign form, right? Let's go to view all rows, okay? And hopefully we get the columns that we asked for. And there you go, we get name, username and password, right? Okay. Now we have home, about us, our books, library and all this. So instead of our books, I want sign up to appear here. And when we go to signups, I want a form to appear. So we have to make a HTML page for that, right? So let's like first modify index.html. So instead of our books, I'll just be naming here yeah, sign up. Okay, sign up. So now this href is basically to which HTML page you will go once you go to sign up. So we'll be setting this up later. Okay, let's save this for now. So we have to make a new HTML page for the form. So I'll be putting here a new file, signup.html. So whenever you make a new HTML page, the first thing to do is to link it to your URL path. Okay, please link it with your URL path. So I'll be putting a comma here, then path. I'll be putting here sign up because that's the name of my HTML file. Then views dot sign up. So this will be my function which I have to make. Then name equals sign up. Okay. Now this should work. Okay. Now let's go to sign up and let's make a form. So we need the Emmet abbreviation first of all. Let's see if it works. Hopefully Emmet works. Let's go here and let's try again. Okay, seem like the extensions are not working. I'm not sure why. So HTML, then we have head, we have a title as well. So in title we can like just put it as form. Okay, cancel this out, then head, and then we want our main body. Okay, so now what do we want our body to comprise of? Slash body. Okay, then at the end we can end it with the HTML. Okay, so we want to make a form, right? So I can just put here form action equals something, like I'll say what this action does. Like it basically, you have to give the name of your function in action. So like once we make the name function, once we make our function, we'll be putting its name in action. Okay, now method, as I mentioned, there is a get request and post request. So when we submit this form, we want to post the information, right? So method equals post. Let me just put it in. Yep, okay, method equals post. Now form, yeah. So now whenever you like make forms which will post the information, there is a thing which is compulsory known as a CSRF token which is supposed to apply. So like this is like actually a security feature to like defend you against CSRF attacks. So like feel free to like Google about that a bit more. So you have to put something like CSRF underscore token. Okay, now this is compulsory. Now after this you can like continue making your form. Let's move forward. Okay, now input type is gonna be text. Then I want a name, because when I address this in my function, I want to address this input by a name, right? So name equals name. Then placeholder. So placeholder basically means what will be shown on the blank in the form for you to fill out. Okay, well, like you know what I mean. So placeholder, let's just put this as name. Okay, then let's put a br tag. Then input type equals text. Then name equals, this is going to be my username, okay. Then place holder is also going to be username, okay. Let's put a br tag. Let's copy this down a few times. Now we just need two more fields, okay. Now in a form, like, you always have two password fields, right, like to ensure that the password is correct or not. So you have to like put in two password fields. I'll be putting here input type equals password. So like the password will like appear like behind black dots, so like no one can see it, just for security reasons. And name, I'm going to be naming this password 1 and password 2. So we have to first check if they're equal. Password 2. Name, I mean the placeholder password, and over here I'll be putting here re-enter your password, okay, because like this is what will be shown to the user. And yeah, that's it. So now let's see what happens. So now we want to make a function for this as well, because in urls.py we mentioned a function called views.signup. So let's make a function. So def sign up. So now, as I mentioned, we have two types of requests, get request and the post request. So when you press on the sign up button, you like want to go to the signup.html page, right, like for the form. So if request.method is equal to post, get, then we can return render, we can return the signup.html. Now if it is a post request, like which means when he submits the form, then we first have to get the information. So I can put name equals request dot get, dot post, dot post name, because this is the name we have to put in for these values over here, okay, like name, username, password 1, password 2. So name, then username equal to request dot post username, and then password 1 equal to request dot post password 1 password, okay. Now let's just copy this down again and let's change this to 2. All right, okay. So now what do you have to do? Now we have to align these values to their respective columns in the database, okay. So first thing is, how do we address our database? So we'll address our database using the class we made. So our class is sign form. Let's go back. So I can import the class dot import sign form. So I'll be making a variable here called form equal to the name of the class sign form. So we have to assign the values to their columns. So name equals name, right? Because inside the name column you want to put in this name right here. Similarly, username equals username, and password equals password 1. So like we have to first check if the passwords are equal. We will do that, but let's first see if it works or not. So yeah, that's basically it. Will be password 1 actually, okay. Now we have to save this information to our database. So I'll do form.save. That's basically it, and this should work, right? Now we have two things to do. First thing is in signup.html. As you can see in urls.py, we gave this name over here for the URL path called signup. So we'll put the same thing inside the href in signup, okay. Oops. Sign up, okay. Now similarly in signup.html, I have to put the action. So the action is the name of the function, which is sign up. Okay, so I'll be putting here sign up, and this should work. I can do python manage.py run server. Let's run this and let's see if it works. And the server started. Let's go back. Let's refresh the page and see. Okay, let's go to sign up and see. We get the form. Let's put in random values. Jake, the username can also be Jake. The password will be password, because why not? Password. Okay. Okay, what are we missing here? We are missing a submit button. Oh gosh. Okay, let's put a submit button as well. Input type equals submit. Okay, we forgot about that. Let's save it. Let's go back and let's refresh. Okay, Jake putting in password as a password. Let's press submit and it gives a value error. Okay, so now what happened here? So what happened is, after you submit the form, you will have to like return something. So I will be redirecting the user to the home page. So after import render, I will also import redirect. Okay, so now after we save it, we can do let's just say return redirect to the home page. So I'll just be putting a backslash which represents home page. So now, even though we didn't get redirected, like I'm sure like we saved the info to our database. Let's go here. Let's go to view all rows and let's see if we get the users info over here. And there you go, we get Jake and password. Okay, so like it works, right? It works. So now let's go to localhost for now. Okay, so now let's like do one more thing. We have to check if the passwords are same or not, right? Like that's one thing we have to do. So what can we do here? Now the first thing is we can just make a simple if condition. If password1 is equal to password2, only then can we continue with all this. Okay, it's not getting indented. Okay, now else what should we do? Else even this redirect is supposed to come only if this condition serves true. Now else I want to like give a message to the user, right? Like saying that the passwords don't match. So I can import something from Django.contrib. I can import messages. Okay, so now I can do messages.info request. So now which message do I want to pass? I can just put passwords do not match. Okay, but we like want this message to come on the signup.html, right? So I can just go to let's go to signup.html, and over here after the form, using Jinja code, let's just put messages. Okay, let's see if everything is done fine. Okay, now this should work. Let's save this. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back to our page. Let's go to sign up, and we got an error saying that it doesn't return an object. So let's go back, and yeah, we don't return anything actually. Okay, so let's return, like we want to return the exact same page, right? And yeah, let's save it and let's run it. Okay, but okay, now let's reload this, continue, and we get this thing. So why does this come? Okay, so now the thing that happens is like messages, right? Messages, like there can be many of them. So the way you are supposed to like implement them in the HTML page is by using a loop. So let's use a loop real quick. So for message in messages, okay, I can do this. Then let's end the for loop as well. End for. Now this should get the error out. Let's reload it. We're getting it. My god, what is this? Let's reload this again. It's still giving me the error. Anyways, let's like first see Jake. Let's put different passwords and it should give me the message, but no, it's not giving me the message. There's something going wrong here. Oh, it should be message, not messages. Alright, because it's like for message in messages. Let's go back and hopefully this works. Alright, cross my fingers. Okay. Okay, now it says passwords do not match, right? So I just put in some random values here. It will say passwords do not match, but let's say I put in the same password. Let's just put username as John for now, and let's put 1234 and 1234. Let's submit and it should work now, and there you go, it redirects me. Yeah, let's see if the user got registered or not. Go to all rows and hopefully we get the user as well, and is obtaining the connection, and there you go, we get Jake, John and 1234. So that is all about sign up forms in Django. Like this is the very basic, so like you can make this as much complex as you want. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. In the next video, like we'll be seeing how to make sign in forms. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.